So what do I have in my timeshare supply box? I'm going to talk about it right after this. Hello and welcome to Destination Timeshare. I'm Jeremy, and before I get started talking about my fourth tip in my 25 timeshare tips of Vlogmas 2020, I just want to let you know on this channel, I like to provide my knowledge, tips and advice to help you get the most from your timeshare ownership. So if that sounds like what you want to see, be sure to subscribe down below, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on a single video. Okay, so as you can see here, I have just a small kind of supply box that we bring with us on all of our timeshare vacations, and this one really didn't cost us a whole lot, if anything, other than just the box itself. We got the box actually at Target, cost us a few dollars, so that's probably the most expensive thing in here, because most of this stuff in here, this timeshare supply box, is stuff I've actually obtained during our timeshare stays. There are a few things that are not, but this just happens to be something that I like to take along, because I really don't like getting to a timeshare villa and finding out that the timeshare doesn't have dish soap. In fact, when we checked into Marriott's Oceana Palms, there was no dish soap, no Palmolive soap for doing your dishes in the villa. And I called down to ask, and they said that they were completely out. They were waiting for an order to come in. So it was kind of good that I actually kind of stock these and keep them with me as we go along. So we are actually able to drive to a lot of our timeshare destinations, so we don't really need to worry too much about this taking up a lot of space in our luggage. But in fact, it's pretty small. It doesn't take up a lot of room. It might be a good maybe 10-11 inches by 10 or 11 inches, not very big at all. So you could even pack this in your suitcase. But let's just kind of take a look in here of what I have in this timeshare box. Now this isn't the only one we have, but this is the one I'm going to talk about today. I have another one where we bring a lot of other things as well, but this is one just to kind of keep supplies with us in the event we run out in the villa. I really don't want to have to call down every single stay and ask for soap, ask for dishwasher detergent, ask for laundry detergent, ask for trash bags, that kind of thing. So I kind of, as we have extras, like these here are a couple of dishwashing detergent, Palmolive soaps. If we ever have extras that we don't use during our stay, I just throw them in this box and take them along to the next resort. So if that resort we happen to run out, I don't need to be calling down and asking for more. I just reach into this box, pull it out, and I have one to use. Definitely saves us a lot of time, not having to wait for supplies to be sent. Now if I do run out and I don't have any in my box, I do call down and say, hey, can you send me up a couple? One that I use right away and one that I throw in here for when I run out the next time. Next up is, anytime we find we have a leftover sponge, I like to throw it in this box as well. This is actually a great one, the Mini Scrub Mommy. They had these at a couple different resorts. I don't use these if I don't have to. I save them in here. I really only use them if I have really tough hands to clean. So these, I don't even open them if I have something else to use instead, which quite often most of the resorts just give a basic sponge with a scrubby on one side. I tend to use those more often than I use these, but I have a couple of these as well. Have leftover laundry detergent. Now we actually do bring our own laundry detergent along with us in a separate bottle. Also bring along fabric softener. So we only use these for washing towels that are in the villa. So bath towels, pool towels. We only use these for that. Sometimes there's liquid, sometimes there's boxes. Don't like the boxes of powder as much because they take up a lot more room. Sometimes you'll find that the boxes just have one of these in it. I open the box, get rid of the box, and just pack this because it takes up a lot less room. I do also bring along some of my own dishcloths, because most timeshare resorts, they'll only give you like one dishcloth to clean dishes in the sink. I like to have a few, so I pack a couple of those of my own as well. I do bring along my own fabric softener sheets, so when we're using the dryer, we have those. And anytime they have leftover Cascade, leftover dishwashing tablets, I tend to keep those as well, and I've kind of accumulated a few during our timeshare stays, because most often they have enough in the villa, but we actually did not get any at all, and this is why I bring these along. We didn't get any at all at Crystal Shores when we checked in, and I actually had to use ones that I had and completely used up my entire stock. I get kind of a little worried, but I called down, and when they sent them to our villa, they essentially sent me a huge packet like this and a huge like this. There was like 30. I don't know if they were expecting us to stay for a month or what the deal was, but they sent us a ton, so I kept them. And every once in a while, we need to dig one of these out and use them, because they usually only give you like 2, 3, 4, maybe for an entire week, and we use them all up. So every once in a while, I have to just dig into this box here and pull one of these out. Another one, oh, there's another Scrub Mummy, and just a kind of a normal, cheap Scotch Brite Scrubby and sponge. Like I mentioned earlier, I do use these before I use these, unless I have something really tough. These are great for getting off tough dirt from pots and pans. Another thing, anytime I can get a hold of large, good trash bags for the kitchen, I tend to take those along as well. If there's a few left over, maybe there's 1 or 2 left over, I take those along, because a lot of times what they tend to do is they use the same trash bags in the bathroom, those thin, cheap plastic ones that tend to tear out pretty easily in the kitchen trash. So if a resort happens to have good trash bags, I bring them along to use on future timeshare stays as well. None of the stuff ever gets used at home. I essentially just keep it and reuse it at other timeshare properties. So I do have quite a few of those trash bags in here, and I do have just a few of these alcohol pads that they've been putting in timeshare villas lately because of COVID, because of the pandemic. I have a few of these. We tend to only use the one that is in the villa, if we use it at all, to wipe down a few surfaces. But I have a couple of these, a few of these in here as well, in the event I ever need them. But really, I haven't broken into these yet at all. Okay, let's get all this back in here. It never seems to fit back in the same way it came out. So what do you have in your timeshare box? Do you have something similar? Do you take along things to use at your future stays? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. So if you want to see more videos about timeshare, check out the description box below. And to see another timeshare tip video, check out this video right up here. And YouTube, they think you're going to like that one down there. Be sure to subscribe. You can do so by clicking on my picture right here. Hit that notification bell. And until next time, remember, let's make your next destination a timeshare.